Okay, so for enough times I hear about the Mueller probe or the Meuller probe or investigation. I hear about Trump reacting to it and he's getting angrier. And every time something, a long time ago, I came up with a conspiracy about every time something jumps off, a president has to throw out there something about flying saucers, unidentified flying objects, aliens, abductions, or things like that. A NASA program or something. There's always something when there's a thing. Now, Trump, when it was like, is he even an effectual president? Will he be a good one? He orchestrates a raid that even Obama didn't want to do, and then an American girl dies, but no one cares. It's only enough headway to say, hey, he obviously bungled. That's it. That's when it's politicized. We're going to use the death of this female and the other people who died, because they are important too. But we're going to use their death to say if Trump is good enough president or not. Not crap. If that was my kid, I would have had his head on a platter. Oh, no. We just want to make sure it's enough to go, I told you so. That's really what that is. And every time Trump messes up, he says some racist stuff or something, or he also wants to start a new war or increase a war or something. All we can do is say, I told you so, I told you so, and then others will say, no, he's doing it for a reason. He's doing it for a reason. So basically it's just a shouting match back and forth, and all we care to do is see who's right. We don't give a shit about the people that he's killing, the people he's harming, the people he's sending into battle or into needless wars. We don't care about the fact that he's doing all of this for his own publicity, his ratings as a TV star. We don't care. We just want to be right. That's really all that is. And this Mueller or Mueller probe, this investigation, really? I mean, come on. Who in the world, who in the United States of America can go out, steal something from someplace, and then not get caught? And then once caught, not get put in prison before going to a trial to get thrown in prison? Who can do that? If I go to a general store right now, knock it over, get my shit, I'm caught in about 30 or 40 minutes. I'm going to prison right then if I can survive the cops. Think about that. So this whole probe thing, what it should do is enlighten you to something. I did a short post on Medium because it was a reply on the Ring of Fire. But we don't have a justice system. We have a punishment system. That's what we have. And all we care to do is punish people. We don't care to rehabilitate them. We don't care that they're going to have a high return rate going to prison. We don't even care that the prisoners is making money off of slavery. We don't even give a damn. If you go to prison and you're not my skin color, you deserve it. That's really where we are. I mean, we could talk about what the country was founded on. And everyone loves to do that, what the country is founded on and our forefathers and all this crap. But I'm going to say this, and I hope this reaches you. Fuck what the country was founded on right now. How about focusing on what the country is? How about doing that? It doesn't matter that the country was founded on genocide, racism, rape, and people fleeing one religion to start another and then repeat the very thing that they ran from. No, it doesn't matter about that. It doesn't matter that we're an exclusionary country, that without being inclusive in the first place, we wouldn't have a country. Let's not worry about that. Let's worry about where we are now. Right now. We're in a country where we have elected, whether you didn't vote for him or not, it doesn't matter. We have elected, due to all of our practices, everything that we have let slide by because we didn't want to pay attention. We want to be complacent. So we do have a hand in electing Donald Trump and his ilk. On the left, on the right, it's the same. And Donald Trump just like everyone else in the establishment. What they have done is ensured that our country is the Bible Belt, which is the racist. Then we have the Rust Belt, which are the dying workers, which that part of the country is what really supported the whole country at one point. That was King Manufacturing District, the Rust Belt. And it's only rusting because there's nothing to revitalize it. No one wants to because it takes too much money to do it. And then we've got the West that has, for a good amount, stayed away from the Rust Belt, the Bible Belt. And they have that. Basically, California has a better economy than anything else, and they are slowly suffering. And we're trying to build a wall to keep the Mexicans out. We're putting bans on Muslim travels because they say, in general, let's just keep it real, the Muslims are the ones that did 9/11. Blame every single one that is and is not, those that were and were not born. Blame them all for something that George W. Bush was warned about for damn near a month and a half. And all he cared to say was, good, you've covered your ass, you can go. That's certain things why people call it an inside job. That's why it retains a conspiracy. That's why people keep harping on it. And calling them tinfoil hat people or conspiracy theorists that are crazy isn't going to help. And we all are part of this. We're part of the We Are Right movement. That's called the real movement. That's what we're part of. We are not necessarily gender inclusive as much as there are laws made that we just can't go out and destroy a gender or sex or sexual behavior that we don't like. You can't just drag black people by the ankles because they look at your sister until they die. You can't just go out and shoot and kill black people just because they're near your property or walking down the street and you're not happy with them doing such a thing when you didn't have to look out your window in the first place. This is the country we are. We're in a country where some white woman between two black people, overweight black people, have to complain and complain until she has to be thrown off the plane. Body shaming, fat shaming, thin shaming, complexion shaming, who you date shaming. That's where we are and what we are. We are social justice warriors without a shield, without a sword, but a mob. And our injustice system, our punishment system ensures that we stay in our place, and anyone trying to get something about themselves will get punished harshly. While those above, like DuPont, 3M, our water company, our power company, our elected representatives in blackface, our representatives that vote for black people to go to prison for up to a year if their children don't go to school. Our elected representatives, our leaders, as you all place them, the ones that make sure that when they get in office, they had the ability to send more black people to prison in California than any other time in U.S. history in one lump sum per capita. This is where we are. This is what we are. And in this shithole storm, how do you clear the muck to see some daylight? Because this Meuller probe, this Meuller investigation, it is an exact representation of said muck and gunk in this shithole storm. What is he going to do? Investigate Trump? Investigate everyone involved with Trump? There's been some indictments, but those are just foot soldiers. Those are just thugs. They're nobody. They are like the big banks that Elizabeth Warren was chastising when he nor any of his high executives went to prison or got fired. But those grunt workers at the tellers and stuff, they got fired or sued or something. You got to have a fallout guy. And enough people are falling out. And when enough people fall out, a lot of people turn out. And that's what some have done when they tell on Trump, when they rat him out. That's what they've done. And what Meuller is going to do is he's going to get a lot of evidence. And after getting all of this evidence, he will turn it in. He will expose Trump. And then a lot of you say he'll impeach him. Let's say he does. Impeachment is not removal. If you have a thick skull, you're not going to hear and understand that. But I said it and I'll say it again. Impeachment is not removal. Impeachment is basically saying you did it and we're going to talk about it. And that's it. And when it's over, whether it says, oh yeah, he did it. He did all that stuff. He did it. You know what he's going to do? He's either going to go right back in the office or he's going to go home and chill. And do you know what we get out of it? Everyone that's died and lost loved ones in the military, everyone who's died and lost, and those who've lost loved ones due to Trump's deregulations and all the toxins and poisons that we intake that cause our cancers and organ failures and Alzheimer's and dementia and all of this other stuff that's early onset. What happens? Nothing. We just get to say we were right. Trump's a narcissistic, money-grubbing, ratings-obsessed asshole that only cared about himself, and he was something evil, and the Republicans never should have had him. We shouldn't have had him, and we can blame the Republicans. And that's it. That's all. There's no punishment. There's no justice. There's nothing. Because justice would be undoing the damage Trump has done. It would be bringing back the people that has been lost. It would be removing the ails caused by his deregulations. It would be removing the border wall and unraping 6-year-old children, unraping teenagers, unmolesting adults. It would be reuniting those who were separated from their parents for crossing the border. That would be justice. All we can get now is, I told you so. I'm right. That's it. We need better for us. We need it. It's important. We can't get better for us if we ourselves outright refuse to be better. Don't nod your head at anything. Think. Don't use your head to nod. Use it to think. Contemplate. Do more research. Listen to more people. Figure out who you are, what you really want, and then push for it. Politics, society, social issues, no matter what gambit it is simply a part of you. Multiple millions of parts of you, and you can tackle them all little bit by little bit, one by one, and make a better you. And you, when you make yourself better, you by default make us all better. And that's where the hope lies in. Because individually, as crazy as it may sound, individually, we are all strong. And we are all worth it. And I think you're worth it. And everything I've said comes down to you being worthwhile to do what's worthwhile. That's it. Please leave your comments, questions, and whatnot below. And if you have any other questions, you can email me at questioncr@gmail.com. This is Cedric Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.